What's cracking, guys? Omar Isov here. In this video today, I'm going to share with you currently my favorite exercises for building bigger shoulders. In particular, we're talking about the deltoids with a minor emphasis on the traps. I find in general from training that the traps get plenty of training, a training effect from them, but the deltoids seem to be lagging. Recently, from doing a lot of weightlifting, I noticed a few things. A lot of weightlifters have some very jacked deltoids. They also do a lot of overhead pressing. I think I'm slowly, it's an area I need to improve. I think they are slowly improving, so I thought I'd share with you guys some of my top current picks with a little bit of an Olympic flavor, so you might not be used to them for building bigger delts. So try these out. These are basically a lot of compound free weight movements. Let's get right into it. Some people would argue, you know, the overhead press might be a little bit redundant. It works a lot of the same muscles as the barbell bench press. I really like the overhead press. First, it helps keep my shoulders nice and healthy. But second of all, just in terms of deltoid stimulation or the traps or the total amount of work being done there, also with the triceps, I really like the overhead press. Two variations. You could try the normal one where you're just up, down, or also pausing at the bottom to reduce that momentum. It's kind of like doing a pause bench press. It also helps you work on something called total body tension, which is getting your whole body tight so you can move as one kinetic chain, boom, to blast through and explode the weight from your start position to your end position. And I find that transfers over to a lot of different movements. So one, of course, it has to be the overhead press. Taking another cue from weightlifters, recently what I started doing, and you need good mobility to do this, so don't think I'm saying everybody, hey, go try out this exercise, but the behind the neck press, I really like. I like because I find it hits my deltoids in a different area, a different way from it being behind that straight pressing line. I feel stretch back there. The first time I did it, like my rear delts, my traps, everything was kind of lit up from doing it, a new training stimulus. So I really like that. And the wider grip too, it's just another variation. We have a lot of variations when it comes to doing the bench press, right? Incline, decline, floor press, but we don't seem to do as many variations for the barbell overhead press, and I think that's a shame. Moving forward with that, you could try and do the push press. I like to do the push press because it allows you to handle more total weight. I need to do it for weightlifting, but just in general, now that I know the benefit, I would probably incorporate it just in any general training routine. As I said before, it allows you to overload, so when you do a normal barbell overhead press, it feels a lot lighter. Not only that, because you're exploding from the bottom, that top portion, a little bit of tricep involvement gets involved there as well. So for me, the push press, just in terms of overload, training your body to handle more weight and just getting more overall volume and intensity in a session is a good idea. And the last variation when we talk about the overhead press, because I think there are so many that you can do, but I'm trying to keep this video short. The football bar press, if you have access to this, a lot of gyms now are getting it. First of all, once again, it's really great on the shoulder. If you press a lot, you want to be safe on those shoulders. I think this is a very shoulder friendly, but also shoulder builder of an exercise. It allows you close grip, once again, a combination of triceps and deltoids. And those are two areas I really need to work on. I got the ass chest, got to work on the deltoid, got to work on the triceps. So trying that out for the anterior deltoid. Moving forward from that, I think, you know, all the overhead press, well, it's phenomenal. It's not enough in order to produce change when it comes to the side deltoids. So I like to do lateral raises. I'll do it at least 2 times per week. You want that delt cap, right? You don't just want like a huge anterior deltoid. So I like to do it 2 times per week as an accessory movement in order for it to grow, making sure I get enough volume there. Talking about now the rear deltoid, of course, you guys know I love the face pull, targets the rhomboids, also the rear deltoids, in a way that's very important, external rotation. And I also have recently been throwing in, now that I'm doing a lot of overhead pressing, some rear delt flies. I like to do it on an incline bench, so what that allows me to do, a little greater protraction and then retraction of the scapula itself. So I feel I get a little bit greater range of motion. I don't use as much momentum when I'm doing that because the bench is preventing me from rocking back and forth, right? I want to make sure I feel the contraction, these are small muscles, in the right area for it to grow. So a couple different variations you guys probably may or may not be aware of. Final one I gotta talk about, of course, is the overhead shrug when done properly. Once again, an Olympic variation, but this is great for the traps in, let's say, a functional way, where it allows you to handle more weight overhead, get comfortable there, work on some of that stabilization. You know, a lot of times when we do a lot of shrugging up here, we'll kind of have that anterior roll forward, and that can be bad for your shoulders. So this is a very shoulder-friendly version of doing a trap shrug. Those are some of the variations. Those are some of my favorite things that I like doing now to build my deltoids. With time, visit visit me in a year and we'll see what happens. I want you in the comment section below to post your favorite delt exercises. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video and you found it helpful, make sure to leave a comment below, like the video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace!